Hi there. My name's Michael, and this is Ever Better Mind, where I talk about positive, practical, and punchy strategies to help to improve your day to day mental health. Because after all, every single positive step you take matters, no matter how small. So today I want to talk about something you can do to help when you're feeling anxious. I call it the rocket method, or five, four, three, two, one. I've been using this a lot lately, actually, especially when I've been triggered by something, whether I've noticed that trigger or not, and I kind of need to bring myself back to earth just a little bit. So I found it really, really helpful. Yeah, I've been using it a lot, actually. It's been my go-to tool in my toolkit for a little bit now. So, what are we talking about? So, scenario is you've noticed yourself, your heart rate's up, you're feeling anxious, however you feel that, maybe you're a bit sweaty, you're feeling a little bit jumpy, whatever it is, you're feeling anxious. How do you bring yourself back? Um, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is just a simple way of, I guess, becoming more mindful and a little bit more present to help you kind of hopefully feel less anxious. So, what do? You pick five things you can see, four things you can touch or feel, three things you can hear, two things you can smell, and one thing you can taste. Sounds a bit funny, but I find it really helpful. So, for example, I'm kind of standing here in my room as I've got a nice window out there. Five things I can see. So, I'm kind of looking at the leaves outside on the tree. And I find it really important with the seeing that you kind of just sit in it for a minute. So, if you're looking at a leaf, look at the texture of the leaf. I'm now looking at some grass. I'm kind of looking at the pattern on the grass. I kind of see some rocks. I'm kind of noting the pattern on the rocks really quickly. I can see some pavers, see the grey and the different colours there. And then I'm kind of looking at some flowers. I can kind of see the beautiful colour on the types of petals. So I'm kind of trying to, with that sight, kind of really trying to, I guess, clock what it is I'm seeing rather than kind of rushing it too much. For feeling, so I'm kind of feeling, I can feel my shoes on my feet. I can feel my clothes on my body. I can feel a little bit of air current, I guess, coming from the air conditioner over there. I can feel the hat on my head as well. So I'm already feeling a little bit more present because I have to be cognizant of it. Three, I like the hearing one. Sometimes it's a bit of a challenge, but in a good way, especially if you're outside. But even if you're inside, you can usually hear things, maybe people chattering, the air conditioning. I can hear some birds off in the distance. I can even hear some cars kind of driving in the distance if I'm really careful. I find that a really good one. Um, Two, we're kind of going by smell. I find that sometimes a little bit tricky, but again, if you kind of really sit in and think about it, they kind of always come. I can smell a unique smell from the air coming. It smells a little bit different, maybe a little bit of chemical. I also had like a soda, like a drink. I can kind of smell a little bit of that kind of coming through. I haven't quite finished it, so I can kind of smell that. Taste. I had some actually had some gum lately, yeah, I can kind of taste the residue of that. I find that process is really, really, really useful to get back into your mind to feel really mindful. And I find it kind of a little bit more subtle. You can kind of do it even sitting at your work desk, maybe, or whatever. But for whatever reason, I find it really accessible for me to do whatever I'm doing. Walking, or whatever, or complement it with walking, something like that. I need to get out of here, need to go for a walk. Maybe you're in the office or whatever, you're at home, I need to get out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're kind of in that mode. I just find it really accessible, and hopefully you do too. Maybe another tool for your toolkit. I love calling it the rocket thing because the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, obviously, but when the rocket, there's a lot of chaos, but then it gets into that outer space and everything's kind of quiet. Kind of feels a little bit like that. So I hope you enjoy that one. Give it a try, and you might find it useful.